Inside Racing is brought to you by Dunlop.
Great Britain. Storms. Heat. And passion. Meet Jason Plato. Cool, detached, laid back, and a committed British touring cars pro.
TV's good, crowd numbers are great, there's lots of pretty girls around.
2001, his first BTCC triumph. Thereafter, missing the title by a whisker on numerous occasions. In 2010, back at the top again.
The feeling was different. You know, we had really good preparation. The car I was in was fantastic. The team did a great job, and we were pretty much ahead all the way through the year. So yeah, it was in many ways a relief actually to get it done. So it was a good feeling.
He started out as a young boy, knowing from an early age what he wanted to do.
I started in karting when I was 12 in the north part of England, a place called a track called Feltham, which is sadly not there anymore. 82 I won the British Championship, so went all the way through karting, and in 90 was my first year in cars in Formula Renault, and I got all the way to Formula 3 and then ran out of money.
In between, however, came some absorbing detours.
When I left college and school to earn a bit of money, I sold vacuum cleaners, you know, from door to door. And American vacuum cleaners are very expensive, and you know, I did it for 6 months for something to do, and it was fun actually. I made some money.
From door-to-door salesman to racing star, 14 years in BTCC, a crowd favourite, cool dude, and a media pro with a feel for what matters.
I got involved, you know, you say correctly, in '97 when it was at the height of the super touring car era, where the budgets were into tens of millions of pounds. Now, you know, the budgets are substantially less, and that's a good thing because the entertainment actually, I think now is arguably as good, if not better. You know, the cars are perhaps a second or two slower over a lap. You can't see that with the eye. You could if one was racing against a modern car, you'd see that, but if there's, you know, all the cars are a second or so slower than they were 10 years ago, and it drives the cost down, that's a great thing.
In 2011, he's out to defend his title. His strengths, at home in the hurly-burly, tough at close quarters.
I hate all the other drivers. To be honest, I don't have a lot of friendships on track. It's all a bit fickle because, you know, we're trying to beat each other. It's very tough, it's very competitive, and I'll be honest, you probably won't believe me, but we actually don't go out of our way to drive into each other. That just isn't the case. And the reason it happens with such regularity is the cars are so evenly matched. The races are sprint races. We only have, you know, 15 laps to actually get the job done. And any little mistake or gap which you can prise your nose into, you try and do. And that's what the fans and that's what the spectators and the people that watch on TV want. You know, they want real racing.
Jason's teammate, inexperienced and very young, can only gain in profile from him.
Obviously my teammate Jason Plato is one of the best in the country, so he helps me a lot and develop the car.
The best lesson is never to give up, you know, to keep trying, because you know, motorsport is very hard. You know, there's only one winner and an awful lot of losers, so you need to be resilient and be determined.
Jason Plato, mentor, reigning BTCC champion and family man, now at the pinnacle of his career. But what really agitates him about being a racing driver?
Yeah, I'm the worst passenger in the world. I like to be in control. That's what it is. You're welcome.
Have a nice day. Bye.
Inside Racing was brought to you by Dunlop.